Cliffe Castle is a show presented by people with disabilities. For our friends and community, we talk about issues that are important to us and interview interesting guests to find out new information. This is our way to make a difference.
Hello and welcome to the People First podcast. Today we are talking to Val Preston from the Cliffe Castle Museum. A few weeks ago we visited the museum to help with some work on creating a recommended route for people with disabilities, as well as other support. Welcome Val, we hope you enjoy being on the show.
I think I will enjoy being on the show. Thank you for inviting me.
How old is the museum?
I'm glad you've asked me this one. The museum was, the house was made a museum in 1959, so it's just over 60 years old as a museum, but it was a house before a museum, so it's about 200 years old. It's the house itself.
Who originally owned the house?
The original owner was a man called Henry Butterfield. He purchased the house originally. He rented it first of all and then decided to buy it.
How many visitors does the museum and park attract?
Now, that is one question I don't know. I honestly don't know. We do have an event today, and that's the Dragon and Fairy Day, and we're expecting over 500 visitors, but maybe up to about 1,000 visitors just in one day. But that is a large event, so yeah. I'm not 100% sure about the year total.
How accessible is the museum and park?
The park is very accessible. We've got lots of really nice wide footpaths and they're suitable for wheelchair users. Some of the footpaths in the woodlands and the meadow are on earth, on ground, so they can be a little bit difficult in poor weather. So you do have to just take a little bit of care. The whole of the downstairs of the museum is accessible, and there's a wheelchair access door through the conservatory. The upstairs of the museum, we don't have a lift, so I'm afraid that isn't as accessible at all for wheelchair users, but people can. There's some really big wide steps, and you can actually walk up there if you're able to do so. For those that can't make it onto the second floor of the museum, we do have a little display area in the Bracewell Smith Hall, and that shows a photograph display of all the things that you can actually see if you were to go upstairs and have a look round. So there is that option as well. So, you know, we try to get as many people to see the displays as much as possible.
Could you explain the visual tour?
Yes, we have a virtual tour which you can access through the Bradford Museum's and Galleries website. And if you can't make it to the museum but you want to have a little look round, or if you want to find out something in particular, you can actually go through the link on the website, and it offers a really good virtual tour of the museum. So it pinpoints exhibitions and special points of interest. So it is really good, and it's a really nice thing to do. If you were in a big group, you could view where you're going to come and visit before you actually come and visit it, and maybe decide what you want to really spend your time looking at, or find out if there's anything of any interest to you. So it's a really nice piece of information for people.
I saw that actually a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the day actually when some guys went to Cliffe Castle I've been meaning to look at it but forgot.
Yeah, it's really good because it also explains it quite a lot in detail, the displays. So sometimes if you're just looking round on your own, you might miss the finer points or the finer detail, but the virtual tour is really, really interesting and very informative.
What is the aim of our shared project?
Oh, I'm so glad you've asked me that, Jane. I'm a member of Cliffe Castle Support Group, and we've been able to get some funding to explore what we're calling a museum pathway. So it's to build a museum pathway. The whole project is about asking people from the community, a diverse blend of different groups, to come and help us explore the museum and to build it's going to be a map, something that you can pick up at reception and then follow the certain points around the map. There's also going to be some sound recording on there, so you can actually listen to the whole tour as well. And the aim is to get as many people into the museum and interested in the things that there is on display, and also it's an all-weather walk. So if people do come to Cliffe Castle and it starts off nice and sunny and then we get a rain shower, they can actually still benefit from a walk round the ground floor of the castle. So it's aimed at people's health and well-being as well. So somewhere to go, maybe in the winter months, or to explore for all abilities.
Why did you choose People First, Keighley and Craven to work with?
Well, I have previously worked with your group, and I've really enjoyed delivering wellbeing activities. I think it was at your celebration day, and I realised you've got a really good, diverse group of people of all different ages, and all different sort of abilities as well, which is really important to this project. We really, really want to make sure that absolutely everybody can benefit from a visit to the museum. So we realised that your group would be the best group to do that, or one of the best groups to do that.
What are the museum's hopes and plans for the future?
I can't really speak for the museum because I don't actually work in the museum, but I know they're working very hard making Cliffe Castle very inclusive, and especially for the community of Keighley and local area. The park, we're trying to get as many people into the park and the museum using the facilities. It's a great space, and we've got lots of really inspiring people working there. So we'll have to just wait and see what they come up with. Yeah.
What is your favourite part of your job at Cliffe Castle?
I usually work outside delivering wellbeing activities, but I also do work inside when they have big special events and community events. So I like meeting people. I really do enjoy the community aspect of it, and also my aim personally is to get as many people happy and healthy using Cliffe Castle. So it's about well-being and feeling good while you're there.
If people want more information, where can they get it?
So there's various places that you can actually get more information about Cliffe Castle. You can go onto the Bradford Museums and Galleries website, which I think you've all had a good look at, and that's full of information about Cliffe Castle and the other parks in the Bradford district. But if you want to find out things like events and things that the Cliffe Castle Support Group are doing, and we do small events all through the year. We have a Facebook group, and we also have an Instagram page as well. And I also do email people out, so if they want to find out for the events for a particular month, the best thing is to join our mailing list, and you'll get direct to your inbox all the information that you need for the month.
That's the end of our questions. Thank you for talking to us about the project and museum. Is there anything else you would like to add before we sign off?
I'd just like to say a great big thank you from all the Cliffe Castle Support Group, especially on the day that you did come to visit and you did give all your feedback from the walk. We personally, Elaine and I, had a really special day. We had a really fun day. It was a great session. So thank you very much.
Remember to like, share and follow the show on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can find us by searching for People First Podcast. Thanks for listening.